G'day YouTube friends, Rod Moore here. Hope you're all well. Just wanted to do a little video and walk you through some of the new paintings that I'm doing, and a bit of a change in direction for me with my personal painting. Most of you know me for my Learn to Paint courses and projects and videos and so on, which is great. So if you're here on YouTube and you're following along with my Learn to Paint stuff, I really appreciate you guys. But I also obviously do my own painting, and I haven't focused enough on my own painting in recent times, but I've decided that I really need to push forward a new direction and really start to work on developing my own style a little bit more. Pardon me, bit of a cough. Yeah, so traditionally I've painted plein air, sort of realistic impressionist sort of work, and lately I've been wanting to push the boundaries a bit more and head more towards sort of abstracting the landscape a bit more, freeing up my painting, becoming a bit more expressive. So I've done these three paintings, sort of getting a feel for a bit of a new direction, and they're all acrylic, and they're 20 by 28 inch acrylic on canvas. And I'll walk you through each of them and just show you a little bit more detail. But I also want to let you know that I'm going to auction these three paintings, and I'll take the highest bidder over $100 Australian by 5 p.m. my time on Sunday. Okay, so it's Queensland time, 5 p.m. So if you want to bid, just leave your bid in the comments, and or you can email me rodmoreart@gmail.com with your bid. So it needs to be over $100, and you need to be the highest bidder to win. So you can bid on all three paintings, or you can just choose one or two. They'll make a great gift for Christmas and so on. So I'll just walk you through each of them and show you in a bit more detail. This one here is inspired by a little place called Double Island Point up on North Shore in Queensland here. It's a pretty wild place. You can only get there via four-wheel drive. And there's a headland there with a lighthouse. And there's all this rocky outcrop there, and then you've got what they call the coloured sands. These sand dunes are world famous sand dunes. So this is inspired by a recent trip there, and got this sort of stormy effect. The reason why I did the stormy effect is because we're in the stormy season here now, so there's a lot of storm clouds outside. G'day Richard, how are you? I feel good about this direction, and what I like about it is just freeing myself up, being a lot more expressive, bigger, broader brush strokes, and so on. Now, this is my own personal painting that I'm going in this direction with. That doesn't mean I won't be teaching beginner, basic, Learn to Paint stuff that we've been teaching here on the YouTube channel. I'll continue doing that, obviously, and we might even do some courses and projects more in this style later on if there's interest. So what I'm showing you here is just my personal painting, the direction I'm going to be going in the future. So more abstract, but not fully abstract. I mean, it's still representational work, but it's freer, more expressive. And what I'm really looking for is capturing the feel and the mood in the landscape and the seascape. That's what I'm really going for here, rather than trying to paint the details. So that's Double Island Point, North Shore. This one here is also 20 by 28 inch. This is inspired by the hills in Mullaney. Mullaney is a part of the hinterland here on the Sunshine Coast and has these beautiful rolling hills, and the sunsets over the back of the hills is absolutely sensational. So obviously that's what I'm trying to capture, that feel of that last sort of gasp of sunlight in the landscape. But you can see that I've minimized the details. Whereas once I'd try and paint a tree with branches and leaves and so on, I'm really trying to minimize the amount of detail and capture more of a feel. However, having said that, I mean, I'm still using a lot of the fundamentals. I'm still using warmer temperatures in the foreground, cooler in the back, and, the same sort of design elements that you might put into a good landscape composition. I'm still using all of that. So those fundamental things that you learn when you start out painting obviously is still important. But what I am trying to do is just get a lot looser. I mean, look at the brush work in the sky there. Now, these are done in acrylics. You could get the same sort of effect in oils. I was just given or I got my hands on some new acrylic paint, so I thought I'd give it a try. But what they are done with is big brush marks. So no fiddling around with little brushes. And what I like about it is the different layers and textures of paint in there. So still using the same sort of fundamentals of painting, good painting, good composition, having your horizon line at the right point and so on. Everything we teach you here on our Learn to Paint channel is what I'm still using, but I'm just freeing myself up and becoming more expressive. So this one here is the last gasp of sunlight or daylight in Mullaney, and this one here is Inskip Point. So if you know Fraser Island in Queensland, Inskip Point is where the ferry goes across the channel. So again, I've tried to really, there's no actual detail in that group of trees there. But when you stand back and look at it, and if you had it on your wall at home, you'd know that that's a little cluster of trees there, right? So I'm just minimizing the detail and applying bigger, broader brush marks and more color. Trying to be more colorful, more expressive, and so on. So they're the 3 paintings that I've just done in the last couple of days. And as I said, I'm going to auction them off. I will take any bid over $100 if you're the highest bidder for any of these 3 paintings. I'll post them anywhere in the world. They're currently, they're on stretcher bars, right? So I'm going to take them off the stretchers and I'll roll them into a postal tube and I'll post them anywhere in the world for you. And you'll just need to, when you get them, if you're the lucky winner, you'll need to take them to a framer and get them either put back on stretcher bars, or you could do that yourself actually, or get them framed. So the 3 paintings, any bid over $100 by Sunday 5 p.m. So how do you bid? Well, you can either leave your bid in the comments here, and if you're the highest bidder, then you'll win. Or you can email me your bid to rodmoreart@gmail.com, rodmoreart@gmail.com. And I have to let you know, though, that I'm running this also on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, right? So bids could come from any one of those 3 channels. So you may be the highest bidder here on YouTube, but there may be a bid coming via email or via Facebook or via Instagram. So if you are interested in one of these paintings, they're going to be an absolute bargain at $100 or anything over $100, because this is what I'm really doing here is just feeling my way for a new direction with my painting. But now that I feel confident in where I'm going for 2019, my next step is to work on a larger body of work. And I'll be doing bigger versions of these paintings and then talking to all the galleries around here about getting these represented in galleries. So this is an opportunity for you to grab one of the paintings, one of the very first paintings from my sort of new direction that I'm going in with my painting. So if you want to bid, probably the best way is to email me, rodmoreart@gmail.com. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. And if you do decide to bid on one of these, good luck with your bidding. Cheers for now. Richard, yes, absolutely. There's still galleries here on, there's a couple in Noosa. There's half a dozen on the Sunshine Coast. But what I can tell you, though, is the style of work that I've been doing, plein air, the Australian Impressionist plein air style, there's nothing like that being exhibited in any of the galleries up here, except for, probably the closest would be Coley Wisson's work is represented in Montville Gallery. But, plein air, Impressionist work, Australian landscapes that I've been doing in the past, definitely not getting into galleries. More abstract, bigger, more colourful, expressive pieces are. So part of the reason why I'm shifting direction, part of it is because I got a little bit frustrated with my own painting and I just was feeling a bit constrained by it. And I really feel a lot freer with this style of painting. But the other part of the reason is because, I do want to get my work represented in galleries. And the world has changed. And so I'm searching for a direction that will help me to facilitate that as well. All right. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. And if you do decide to bid on one of these paintings, good luck. email me your bid, rodmoreart@gmail.com, or leave a comment. And good luck. 5 p.m. Sunday, Queensland time. Cheers.